All right, y'all. Hey, y'all, come in. I'm gonna go ahead on and get started, and I hope everybody doing okay. I want to talk about the Kansas City Chief fans' death. One of the neighbors, y'all, spoke out. Okay, y'all, excuse my camera. I'm trying to keep it still. One of the neighbors spoke out. Okay, and they were saying that there's no way the homeowner didn't know, y'all. The home what? The homeowner didn't know that his friends were knocking on the door. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to this and then we're gonna break it down. Okay, we all gonna do it together. Okay, it get kind of frustrated because y'all know for a fact that three men and just not like that. Okay, so let's listen to what he said.
Setting up our live shot, we actually just had a neighbor approach us who lives right across from the house where this all went down, which is, of course, right here behind me. And he really filled in some gaps about what that night looked like when the investigators first got here. First and foremost, he said it just by happenstance. He happened to be looking out the window at the time that Clayton McGeeney's fiance actually came here to snoop around for herself. Remember, she was the one who actually discovered the bodies in the first place and called 911. So from this neighbor's firsthand eyewitness report, he says he watched her actually leave the backyard, this gate right here behind me, call 911, and he said shortly after that, this whole street was flooded with cops. Meanwhile, he's filming the whole thing from his cell phone, from his front window, looking out, just wondering what the heck could be happening right here in his neighborhood, right across from his street. We're working on getting that video to you so that way you can show your viewers. But let me just describe it. He tells me that actually that person at the center of all this speculation, Jordan Willis, was actually handcuffed and detained right here against this brick wall of the house while police were asking questions. He said he filmed as actual investigators were searching through this entire house using flashlights to actually comb through each and every room trying to find any other clues or evidence. Eventually, he said Willis was let go out of that handcuffs. He was taken to a car, presumably questioned more. But this was a big mystery that entire night. Nobody knew what was going on, and it wasn't until the news reports started filling in that next day that people started getting some answers. Of course, to your point, still more questions than we have actual answers, but at least we have a better idea of what that actual scene looked like that night.
I know that you're getting that video, and that as soon as you get it, we'll try and get it on the air. But quickly, you were able to get an interview about the view out of Jordan Willis's kitchen, and there's a big sliding glass door. What'd you learn?
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people here are a little skeptical about the story that we're hearing, in specific, Jordan Willis's story, the fact that he slept through 48 hours without actually having any sort of inclination that his friends were dead outside. And so most people that I'm here in the neighborhood that I'm speaking to tell me that they just don't know Jordan. He seems to be a bit of a hermit. He doesn't come out.
They don't know him.
Talk to neighbors. He has two dogs we know, but he doesn't really do much dog walking. And so a lot of people are a little weirded out by this whole story. Here's what one neighbor told me.
Willis did say that he didn't see his friends out, but he has a sliding glass door going right into his backyard, and it's in his kitchen, so like you have to see it. I don't know. I just feel like there's no way you didn't see your friends dead outside.
So even if he didn't contribute to their deaths, it's a little weird. He may not be telling the whole truth.
Right. I mean, people were calling him, people were knocking on the door, and he wasn't answering to anybody. So I just feel like that's odd that you wouldn't say anything.
I think it's just a matter of time. You know, I trust a lot of the people who are like involved in investigating the case, and you know, I'm just waiting for any answers. I think that's what we're all waiting for.
And we do know now that Jordan Willis no longer lives here. This was a rental property that he lived in, but these neighbors tell me that they saw a U-Haul truck within about a week and then packing it all up and moving out. It's empty now. There is one light that stays up on the upper floor, but the neighbor here tells me that it's been on every single day since this incident happened.
Break in to our coverage, Alex.
Yeah, it's a video out there where I just why would he move, y'all? Can somebody explain that to me? Can someone explain why would he move? Okay, but I wanted to hear what the neighbor said, but the neighbor really didn't say anything. Let me see. Neighbor speaks out. He spoke out. I had seen the video where the neighbor spoke out. What y'all think about this? What do y'all see? Okay, y'all. I want I want to hear what y'all think. Hold on for a minute. The neighbor speaks out. Okay. The reason why I say that because I think it's foul play, y'all. And the reason why I say that, I don't think they was drug heads. I think they was dealers. They have money. They are money men. Neighbor speaks out. Let me see. But we can't. They got to realize we gonna speculate on it because we ain't never seen, heard or nothing like that before. And I like they act like we living around some Martians. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Why they do that? Hold on, y'all. Now they not even showing it no more. They had the neighbor talking, y'all. I'm glad I got that video that the neighbor spoke out. It was him. Hold on, y'all. So what y'all think going on? What do y'all think going on in this case right here? What y'all think going on? It just something ain't right. Something just ain't right about this.
For baseball team.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. See, mom said she don't know. At first, the mom said she didn't know what drugs involved or not. Now she's saying he wasn't a drug. We're not saying that they are drug addicts. We're trying to say that three men died like that. Then 3 men freeze outside. They can tell that to a dummy. They can't tell me that 3 men.
Your client, Jordan Willis, is he free and clear tonight, or is he still facing some kind of...
I want it. Well, hold up, y'all. Hold up. 1 second, y'all. We got to talk about this. I know 3 grown men ain't froze outside. So you can tell me another story. They ain't just froze outside and they there to watch a game. They had tickets. They said dude bought him tickets for the game, bought them tickets for the game, but they ain't go to the game. They watched the game. That don't even make sense. Let's see what they're saying right here, y'all. It's too much going on in this world. Well, we got some Martians here, or we got some people from a spaceship.
You can't leave what happened in Kansas City alone. You can't have these families with these young guys had their whole lives.
Thank you.
And there's just no answer. And the authorities aren't saying anything.
Thank you.
The authorities doing things the right way. But according to one of the guys involved here, his attorney, they don't expect foul play. Then why don't you give the families some answers?
That's right.
These 3 men in Kansas City, you know the story. They were found frozen to death.
Frozen.
In their buddy's backyard. In a way that we haven't heard before, by the way, which you're going to hear in a moment.
But look, 3 these 3 young guys, strong. What happened in that house? And if they left that house, where did they go? Somebody saw. It's more than it's somebody. Y'all think they ain't got no ring cameras? They ain't got nothing to give us. They're gonna know how the police gonna say it's no foul play at 3 grown men help the men who got kids play with their kids every day. And 37, 38, and 36 froze to death, y'all. Come on. And then the man, the home on the move. In their cars outside the house, even young people even saying, well, why he didn't call them the second day? You trying like you ain't call them folks and that's them. Say, man, y'all all right, man. Y'all all right. If it was a mistake happened, just say we tried something different. Or we invite some gals over here, or we went to the dance club. If they left, y'all, this way I see it. If they left the house, like Jordan said, I don't want to say the man lying, okay? Because why would he move? He's afraid of something and somebody. No autopsy. That's right. No phones, no nothing. Come on, man. Y'all know, okay, y'all see me out there in the morning time. It's cold out there. What do I do when it get cold? And it ain't no snow out there either. It's like 16 degrees. What y'all see me do? Go sit in the car. I go sit in my car. These grown men, come on, y'all. No, they gonna have to tell me something.
No gunshot, no stab wound, no ligature, meaning nobody had strangled them, apparently. Okay? So they send it out for an
Thank you,
autopsy.
Jeff. Young man. Let me see what it. You make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, cause I need y'all young folks help, honey. Cause I'm sick and tired of talking about these things right here that folks get away with. I don't care. It just don't make no sense. Can't nobody tell me that we all in that living room watching the game. I go to sleep with the fan on and I got something stuck in my ear. I walked them to the door. I saw them leave. Okay, what they do? Go get in their car? So you ain't standing there. I see y'all later, man. Yeah. You said you walked them to the door. Okay, and they cars still out there. If I walked somebody to the door and I got up out my soap and go use the bathroom, cause the man came to the door with some wine in his hand. I walked them to the door. I know I'm gonna get out this and say, man, well, I thought they were gone. I thought they were gone. You know what I mean? This is so sad. Y'all I don't like this.
You can't mourn. You can't know. The families want answers.
That's right.
So we keep doing the work. And not to hype about it because we can only know what is shown. All right?
That's right.
The family knows what these guys were about and what they were doing and who this friend was to them. Let's bring in the brother of Ricky Johnson, one of the deceased. We had his father on last week. Jonathan Price is his name. He joins us now. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Chris.
So, how's the family holding up with the unknown?
It's the same every day. With the lack of answers, the inability to really truly mourn without any form of cause. It's just very difficult. I don't think I'll ever move on really I'll never move on, but especially not knowing what my brother. And I'm not one of these people that tries to speculate and stuff like that, but I want ideas out there. I want to be involved more. My mother, Ricky's father, they want to be involved more, and we're just not getting answers from anybody, even the people that claim they're doing the investigation.
So is it true that you guys have been trying to get the police to tell you what's happening and that they are not in communication with you?
That's correct.
What?
Is there any reason, is there some protocol in Kansas City I'm not aware of where they're not allowed to interface with the families of victims of crimes? Because usually that's like the main interface.
Yes, and you would think so. Especially with something like this, and I'm not saying there was or was not a crime, but if you immediately
see, I asked that same question. That came across my mind too, what you just said. Where did they work? Who did they work for? Now the owner of the house, he's not the owner, he was renting the house. He said that he works inside the house. He worked for a HIV clinic, research. That's where he works. Now I don't know where they work, but they other friend, the fifth guy has the police knows him. He done been locked up for drugs and stealing and robbing folks and stuff like that. Yeah, he see, I think they had money. They won. Okay, they won. My thing is this Kansas City, Chief, where they are? That's what I want to find out. Where is that where they live? If they live in Kansas City then, and the Chief won, why are they dead? Because they with the Chiefs. So who then go for the Chiefs? And who won money? And where did they go after the game? Because the man said he walked them to the door. If he walked them to the door, why are their cars still outside? Okay, Suppose he walked them to the door. Where did they go? Where did they go? Cause they car out there. This is ain't nobody stupid. They making us think we stupid.
Then you should have a story.
That's right.
Something to tell the families, and for no one to hear anything.
Look at this man, y'all. Look at this man. Look at this healthy man. Look at this healthy man in his 30s. They would have whooped some butts. Y'all hear me? So if they left there, I got a question. Well, the fifth man, he said he left at 12. We need a storyline right here. God, if he left, did he leave before them or with them? With them. Something ain't right about this thing right here.
Reasons why this is getting so big.
So, two things that you've said that I haven't heard before. One, you seem to know something about where these men were found that I haven't heard. What information do you have about specifically where they were in the backyard and how they were situated?
Well, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but I have heard because as being a brother, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at everything anybody posts, whether it's information I feel is useful or information I don't feel is useful. But information I did
find. Well, you also know who found them, right? I mean, they were found by an extended family member. So you guys are in contact. So go ahead, tell the audience.
Yeah. So I believe David was found in a lawn chair on the back porch, rather than all three laying flat.
Hold up, y'all. Let's see how they found them. Okay. Here we go. Let me see how he said they were found. Hold on, y'all. I think he don't supposed to tell us, but let's listen. One was found frozen to death, sitting in a lawn chair. Y'all hear that, people of the United States? One was found sitting outside in the cold on a lawn chair. Okay, let's see what the other one was. And we gonna work this out.
Rather than all three laying flat, which definitely paints a picture we did not have from the very beginning. And it definitely brings up some questions that you would have, especially with somebody that...
How the other one was found on their face? Hold on. Did he say the other ones were laying on their face? How he said woman's in the lawn chair? Lawn chair. Okay, man, that's what I'm trying to hear about the second one. Yeah, write that down. Thank you. We're going to put this thing together.
And, it definitely brings up some questions that you would have, especially with somebody that, I don't care who you are, where you live, if it's snowing outside, you're looking at how bad it's getting, especially if you have any type of responsibilities of leaving your house in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if you work from home, you got to leave sometime. And from his lawyer, we don't know.
Hold on, I think I skipped it. Hold on.
Sporadically.
Hold on, yeah. Let me see where I was.
Right, and they had cars, and there were cars outside.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get that bit right here.
It definitely brings up some questions.
Hold on. He said, hold on. There you go. Let me take it right here. Yeah.
David was found in a lawn chair on the back porch, rather than all three laying flat, which definitely paints a picture we did not have from the very beginning.
Okay, he said all three were laying flat. He said one was in a lawn chair, but he really didn't say about the other. He said the other three were laying flat. So laying flat on their stomach, their back. Somebody threw them back there, y'all. I'm going to tell you, it sounded like it was some controlling what's going on there. It was some controlling going on there in that house with someone. They took them guys away from that house, allegedly. They didn't leave in their car. But they came back already outside. Whoever took them away from their house, brought him back in that U-Haul. It was 4 of 3. Now, you sound like me because he made it sound like it was 4. Let's take I thought it was me. He sounded like he was making like it was 4 of them. I knew it wasn't me. Hold on. So let me take this back. See, you sound like me. I said, what's it 4? Or was it 3? It's supposed to be 3 of them, but he make it sound like it's 4 of them. It's supposed to be 3 of them. See, I heard what you heard. I ain't stupid. I know what I heard.
So, 2 things that you've said that I haven't heard before. One, you seem to know something about where these men were found that I haven't heard. What information do you have about specifically where they were in the backyard and how they were situated?
Well, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but I have heard because as being a brother, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at everything anybody posts, whether it's information I feel is useful or information I don't feel is useful. But information I did find.
Well, you also know who found them, right? I mean, they were found by an extended family member. So you guys are in contact. So go ahead, tell the audience.
Yeah. So I believe David was found in a lawn chair on the back porch, rather than all 3 laying flat, which definitely paints a picture we did not have from the very beginning.
He ain't telling us about the rest of them. He said all 3 of them was laying flat on their face, laying all 3. He just mentioned that one was in the lawn chair, but he still ain't telling us where the other 2 were laying. He said they was laying flat. Flat. What? On their stomach, back?
It definitely brings up some questions that you would have, especially with somebody that, I don't care who you are, where you live, if it's snowing outside.
Yeah, he sure did.
How bad it's getting, especially if you have any type of responsibilities of leaving your house in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if you work from home.
I wonder why he ain't tell us.
And from his lawyer, we don't know if he left or not, because he started out saying that he left the home sporadically throughout the day. And then another one where he was home for 50 hours with
he skipped.
Right, and they had cars. And there were cars outside in front. And you have a feeling that an intoxicant was involved, and you know your brother, and this is not a judgment thing. I don't care how he liked to spend his free time.
Me
This
either.
is not what this is about. You believe that the answer here lies in something that your
Sure
brother
did.
didn't know he was taking.
Yes, absolutely. I don't even speculate on what my brother has or has not done in the past, because that wouldn't be firsthand knowledge of mine either. I just know that my brother was a good man. He loved his daughters to death. He absolutely had a future.
You know what? The way he talking, when they start saying, I know my brother a good man, and he loved his children to death. In other words, I know what he do, but it still don't make him no bad man. We don't care if he on. We don't care what they do. We trying to find out why are they deceased.
Father to them for the rest of their lives, and he would not jeopardize that. So it just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, thank you.
I don't care what nobody said. We're gonna go to the lawyer. I don't care. He skipped, y'all. He just like you said, he skipped. That dude skipped. I don't know why he skipped over what he was saying. He see, if they don't tell one thing about a lot of these cases, you got to get the family to tell the truth. The family got to tell us. The family's the only one know what really going on. He just told us on one. Let me go to the he just didn't tell us everything. It's gonna say that. Let me see. I want to go to the attorney. See. Let's go to, cause he ain't tell. See, if they don't tell us everything, we got this. We're gonna speculate into it's a mystery. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me put it on the attorney. Cause the attorney not telling the truth. Of course he not. The attorney speaks out. The attorney act like he. Ooh, Lord, honey, y'all ain't. It just imagine that it's no foul play. Now you got in every family, you got one gonna do a heavy on drugs. You know, they gonna do drugs more than the others.
First and foremost, he said
And it ain't nothing wrong with that. We ain't worried about that. We trying to find out why they dead. I don't care what they do. They grown. They can do what they want to do. Let me see what this attorney talk about. Cause don't nobody should get away with this. They got new about. Let's see this.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining.
Hold on, y'all. Let's look at this. We gonna figure this thing out.
Injured in a car
Now.
accident in the past 2 years? Have you received any compensation?
And they said,
for your
my
injury?
son, my brother went on drugs. We don't care if he was on drugs. We don't care. Want to know what happened to 3 grown men?
Thanks for joining us here on Live Now. Fox continuing on with more of today's top stories and headlines. And one of these stories is a very confusing one, and one that has people questioning a lot of the details surrounding the investigation. And it has to do with the investigation and the deaths of 3 Chiefs fans who were found dead in their friends'
See what she gonna say.
backyard. For the very latest on this investigation, let's bring in Fox's CB Cotton, who joins us live right now. CB, thanks so much for being. Walk us through what we know and what new details.
I want to hear the attorney. Hold on, y'all. Let me find this attorney. I don't want to hear it with the news. I don't want to hear what they got to say. I need to hear somebody talking. Let me see. Let me get to this attorney. I put up him. Attorney, let me see. Attorney speaks out. That 5th man. It's something about that 5th man. The fan. Let's go up here to the 5th man. Let's go to the 5th. Let me see. 5th. Yeah, and I'm gonna get it together where I can go start going back live the way I used to. I'm just let's go Mr. Jeff, let me see. Let's go to the 5th man. Let's go to him. Let's see what they got to say about this now.
last few hours, Jordan Willis, the man who lives inside of this home, his lawyer tells Fox 4 that there was a 5th person at this house and that his client went to sleep. And this 5th person that we're just learning about, we're bringing this to you first, he was hanging out with the 3 victims while Willis was asleep. This just adding to the frustration for these 3 Metro families who, more than 2 weeks later, feel like they still do not have the full story as to what has happened.
Just the thought of him dying and then sitting outside for 2 days in the cold.
What happened? When did it happen? And how did it happen? The questions 3 Metro families are still begging to get answers to after Craig McGeady, Ricky Johnson, and David Harrington were found dead in the backyard of their friend's home.
It's extremely convincing. The whole family's messed up. They died and then froze. They didn't freeze to death.
Tonight we're hearing from the lawyer of the man who lived in the home, John Paserno, today contradicting a statement he released over the weekend where he said his client, Jordan Willis, saw the men leave. He's fled.
Hold on. We gonna look at that. Hold on, y'all. Let's look at this. Let me pull this back up. Cause they ain't gonna sit here and tell me if it's admit the folks on drugs or did, if they do whatever they do is they business because they grown. But they don't supposed to be dead. Okay. Now let's look at this, y'all. Okay. They got on behalf of Jordan, that's the man house, who will rent the property. I'm assuring this press release in hopes of setting the record straight regarding the tragic death of his 3 close friends. I don't care if he is his close friend. I don't mean you good. Y'all killing close friends now. Jordan had absolutely nothing to do with their death. Why you say that? Prove it. He does not know the timing. Why? Is his house a manner of their death? Nor does he knows how or when they exit his house. Yes, he do. He said that the attorney. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the video where the attorney said that he said he walked them to the door. Got News Nation lady caught it. The attorney said he walked them to the door. Now, right here, it said he had no knowledge that they remain, but no, that to know, nor does he know how or when they exit his house. He had no knowledge that they remain in his backyard or that they need medical attention. What? Why would three men need medical attention at the same time? Man, don't do that. Where he get that from, y'all? He said, I had no knowledge that they remained in his backyard or that they needed medical attention. Why would they need medical attention? You didn't need medical attention. Golly, what going on here? Okay. And they said had he known, he certainly would have called for help. The last time he saw them was when they left his house and he went to bed. So I got a question. When they left their house, did they leave with the fifth man? They had to leave with somebody because they didn't leave in their car. And we ain't on dummies. If they left, where's their cell phone? They took the phone. Somebody probably took their phone because it going to binge wherever they went. Y'all, the last time wait a minute, hold up, man, come on, you a grown man, you know this don't sound right. Come on, get real with this. He does not know the timing. You don't know what time the game end, Jordan. What time did the game end, Jordan? Do you know that? Okay. I wish we're going to have to find out. I'm going to have to find out what time the game ended. The Kansas City Chiefs game ended. We need to find it out because the fifth man left at 12. That's what he said. So the game started around about, playoffs used to start around about 6 or 7. So let's say that the game was over by 11:30. Okay, we're going to put some time in here for Jordan since he don't want to put no time in it. So we're going to say 11:30. Did they leave after the game? Who lost? Who lost this game? Who won this game? What happened in this game? Why did it happen in this game? What happened in this house? He does not know the time and the matter of their death, okay? Nor does he know how or when they exit his house. This is an intelligent man who we speaking about, y'all, that works allegedly for an HIV research place. Okay? I got a question about that house then. If he's renting that house, who else lives in that home? Who else live in that house? Because he just up and left, y'all. Who else live in that house? What troublemaker live in the house? Where the troublemaker at? Okay? The only person gave time was the fifth man. The fifth man said he left at 12 and they was gone. Now, I got some questions. They got to question that fifth man. The fifth man got to be on scene their car out there. If the fifth man saying that they car was, I got to hear him. I got to pull him up. I got to hear the fifth man, y'all. I got to. That fifth man. Look at here. That fifth man, if he was awake and he walked out that door and got in his car, he can tell us right now, was their car out there in front of that darn cotton picking house? He can tell us that. Once he tell the police that, they should be able to determine how did they go? Where did they go? Because he said they wasn't there. He left at 12. Okay, let's say this. Suppose we're going to put it like this. Suppose the fifth man left before them. Was there a car out there? How was that? Was they high? What was y'all doing? Why they did? Then I'm just saying. Okay, let's finish reading this. Okay. Then it says, he said the last time he saw them was when they left his house. What time did they leave your house? Tell us what commercial was on. Tell us what was on the TV. Then we'll tell you what time he left. Because the only thing we got to do is go back and look at the game and look at the TV and see what you talking about, and we'll get a time. Tell us something. Okay, prior to being contacted by the police, he did not receive any phone calls or text messages from friends or family members. Why he lying? The family members said they called him. Why would the family be lying about their loved one, y'all? The family said they called him on Facebook because he didn't answer his phone. He didn't answer the door when they came over there, y'all. What's going on? Prior to being contacted by the police, he did not receive any phone calls. Why would he lie about that? Why would he say he didn't receive no phone calls, y'all? Where's that man's phone? Where's his phone? And where is the fifth man phone? Since y'all don't want to get us their cell phone, but you know what? They can still trace their phone without having their phone, y'all. They can still trace their phone without having their phone. So the investigators, y'all need to get on y'all job. Because y'all can still track their phone. Y'all don't need their phone. Y'all just need their number. Don't play dumb. Don't make us think we dumb now. Now here we go. Let me see. Let me move this out the way. You said you getting too close. Yeah. Why you say I'm getting close? Why you say they ain't getting close? I don't think I just making it make sense. Prior to being contacted by police, he did not receive any phone call. That don't make sense. Or text messages from friends or family members of the deceased. Why are we keep going through this? Why it look like in every state we going through some foolishness, prankster stuff like this? Why? Why, y'all? Why we keep going through this? Everything we don't talk about on YouTube, it seems like a prank, a trickster. What in the world? They need to tell them something. Okay. The family, okay, I already know that the family said they called, and we're going to listen to some family members too. Okay, 2 people. Oh, Lord, here you go. He said 2 people came to his house. However, why he put however in there? Don't nobody talk like that. 2 people came to his house. However, he did not hear them as he sleeps with air mud. Oh, shoot, Jordan. Smoking murals. Look what Jordan said. Jordan said 2 people came to his house. How do he know? Wait a minute. That man ain't gonna make me seem like I'm crazy. 2 people came to his house. However, he did not hear them as he sleeps with earbuds and a loud fan. One of those people, the wife of one of the deceased, okay, tried to reach him via Facebook Messenger. You just said up here that none of the family members contact you. You just said up here he did not receive any phone calls or text messages. That's what he said right here. How he gonna come down here and say, however, he did not hear them as he sleeps with earbuds and a loud fan. Okay, earbud and a loud fan, and it's at there 12 degrees. Why you so hot? Oh, something going on, y'all. If he got that loud fan on and snow out there on that ground, this man doing something he ain't got no business doing. Why is he so hot? Ain't got to do nothing but go outside. It must be hot in his house, y'all. I ask a lot of questions in real life. But you know what? Think about it. Think about this. If he got that fan on, they could have got hot in the house. You know how some people have their house too hot? But that ain't, we ain't gonna make that no excuse because he said he walked them to the door. Okay. Okay. One of those people, the wife of one of the deceased, tried to reach him via Facebook message. Unfortunately, he did not see this message until after the police contacted him. What is going on with him? Why is everything got to do with the police, y'all? Proud, right here, proud to being contacted by the police. He did not receive no message from them. Come back down here. They tried to reach him through Facebook. Unfortunately, he did not see the message until after the police contact. It's everything about the police. Two of his friends parked their cars on the streets. On the street. Two of his friends parked the car on the street. And there was no car park in the driveway. Okay, we're going to get you, Jordan. We're going to keep up with you, Jordan. Let me slide this up, Jordan. Jordan, we trying to look out for you, too. But we trying, because we don't know what's going on. Okay, Jordan did not notice the cars in the street. Why you sound getting close? You know what happened? You must know what happened. Two of his friends parked their cars on the street. So we got two friends' car in front of his house. And there was no car parked in the driveway. Jordan did not notice the cars in front in the street. However, here we go with the however, unfortunately, it would not be unusual for his friend to have left their cars there overnight. Why would they leave their car at your house overnight if they told you they was gone, Jordan? Come on, Jordan. If they left with somebody, tell us. Who did they leave with? It's some more on here, y'all. We just can't see it. It's some more in here. Because it said when the police arrived, he allowed them into the house and told them all, something ain't right with this right here. Something ain't right with this. Something they don't want the public to thank you to be aware of. Something that they don't want us to know. See, he don't fool around with that C and D. Let's finish. Let's keep going.
He's flipped. Now he claims Willis went to sleep while the three victims and a fifth man continued to hang out in his house.
When he would have people over sometimes, as people do, they get tired. They're people who are very...
Hold on, let me see what he's saying. I don't know why this thing low, y'all. Let me see. He looked like he don't had too much to drink. Let me see. Let me see what they say. Well, let me put my little capture thing back up here. He don't even look. He look like he by head. Where he get this attorney from? It's something about this attorney too.
As people do, they get tired. They're people who are very close to you, and then
But they okay. Now see, attorney, you saying something different from Jordan said. There are people who are very close to you. Them boys was gone, attorney. Jordan said they was gone when they left. Now you trying to say that he went to sleep and they were still at his house. Boy, too many crazy cases going on. That because there's some stuff folks ain't got no business doing going on.
Paserno says Willis never left his home once he got back there on Sunday. That's why he didn't notice the men's cars were still there.
What?
Paserno says that Willis didn't hear anyone banging on the doors.
Wait a minute. Jordan said what? He got windows in the house. He stay hot. Why he don't open up them doors up and let some doing air in there if he that hot? What this calling me now? Okay.
Banging on the doors over those 2 days. Nor did Willis hear McGinney's fiance break in and scream his name. But minutes later, he did hear police knock on the door.
Why is it all about the police with this man, y'all? Please tell me what's going on. Everything the police. Everything this the police. Everything. He heard them people. He heard them people. When the police came, he had some wine in his hand. And he know what's going on, y'all. He walked when the police came. But you heard the police knock on your door, but you didn't hear them guys knock on your door. If they had to came back and knock on the door, you gonna tell me you ain't hear them dude open up that door. Y'all, there's something ain't right with this. Ain't nobody crazy. Look.
Know what happens to these individuals. And I think it's the most important thing to remember here is these are his three buddies.
Paserno says Willis has since moved out of the house. For the families, they just want justice and a story that makes sense to them.
I mean, I think somebody has to end up in custody over it. I mean, regardless of any situation. They're at your house.
Wine in his hand, baby. Wine in his hand. I thought he was asleep. How he gonna go to sleep with a glass of wine in his hand? Man, play with somebody else. How he gonna go to sleep with wine in his hand? Let me see right here what's going on right here. He ain't with no sleep with his wine, no wine in his hand. I want to hear. Hold on for a minute, guys. I want to hear that. Oh, this the girl, the backyard speak out. I want it now. This is what I want to hear. That attorney speak. Yeah, I thought he was asleep. What he doing with wine in his hand? How he got wine in his hand, y'all, coming to the door, and he said he was asleep. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention and wake up. Wake up, I said. Y'all better pay attention. You gonna tell me that man that's told us that he went to sleep and now he got a glass of wine in his hand? Something going on in that house right there. And the way that house right there looked like a family house. Ain't nobody stupid. Why is Jordan talking to us like we some little toddlers? Oh Lord, what is this attorney? Attorney, I need to talk to you. He on News Nation, so what? Why he got some wine in his hand, y'all? That's why I believe that boy, this man got some wine in his hand. And he said he was asleep. Oh, no, this friend was hold on, y'all. I want to hear.
But does it matter? Is it material? Well, yes, because if you didn't see them leave, that's one thing. If you did see them leave, then it leads to questions of, well, where did you think they were going? Why didn't you go with them, et cetera, et cetera. And the idea that he was unaware for days and not suspicious of what's happening in the backyard, and supposedly
We said something in that milk, Mike. Something in that milk ain't clean, bro. You can't tell us that this man just said that he would sleep. Let's hear this, y'all. Let hear whatever we gonna hear. This man looking like me talking.
As a dog, but the dog was sent to his parents' house or something. Why? Let's bring in the reporter who was first on the scene, looking into these details.
See, I said the same thing. I have two dogs, and I know my dog's gonna do a lot of bargaining at people. Yeah, you're right, days. So I put my dog in my room in the house. Why Jordan didn't put his dog? Jordan has some nice dogs. He got a lot of room in his house. He could have let them dogs went. They could have went in the garage. They could have went in another bedroom, like they did in Kohlberger case. They could have put that dog. They didn't. He didn't have to take that dog over nobody's house, over nobody else's house.
Fox 4 KC reporter Malik Jackson. Malik, nice to meet you. Thank you for helping me out on this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Chris. We appreciate it.
All right, so now first, am I off in terms of my curiosity? Like, am I getting a wrong read on this, or are we right about the open question?
I think you're exactly right. There's a lot of open questions, and more importantly, things have been said that don't line up. And so when things don't line up, what are you going to naturally do? Ask more questions. So I think you're right on target.
All right, so in terms of what
you know what? I said the same thing. Somebody brought them people back. I know somebody in that neighborhood saw something. They just don't want to get in them folk business. But they need to talk. Our two people dead.
Hearing from the authorities about what their assessment is to this point. My understanding is they're still waiting on toxicology. I've been told that takes a couple weeks, but I thought that you got like a quick mix, like 1 or 2 days afterwards, that gives them something to go on about cause of death. What are you being told about what they're looking at?
So I spoke on the phone actually with the medical examiner that is dealing with this case, and basically when there's no obvious signs of foul play, like no gunshot wounds, no stab wounds, it takes longer because they need those toxicology reports, and they have to send them out of state. So it takes 6 to 8 weeks already. But depending on how complex the results are once they get them, it can stretch longer than that 8 weeks. So we are in this waiting period right now, and we really don't know when we're going to have these answers. And at the end of the day, Chris, and I know you understand this, there's 3 families. It's interesting. We don't know what happened. We all want to know, but there's 3 families right now that have no idea how their loved ones are gone. And the idea of having to wait maybe longer than 8 weeks, it's frustrating for them. So what did the 5th guy have to say?
Thank you.
Who was there, but not the whole time. He left. What did he have to say? And Malik, let me know what your 2 biggest open questions are, and I'll put them to the attorney for you afterwards. So what does the 5th guy say? And good on you for getting an interview with him. And what are your questions?
So the 5th guy responded basically saying, because we spoke with Jordan Willis's attorney, John Paserno, on Monday. And when we spoke with him, he told us that Jordan went to sleep. So it was a different story that he said in the statement on Saturday that he released. It was a different story that he told Ashley Banfield hours after we sat down with him. And we have it on tape. He said his client went to sleep, and so that they were still in his house. So when I talked to him, my first question was, well, when you left the house, were they still alive? Were you the last person to see them alive? And he unequivocally said that is not true. I was not the last person there. I spoke with his attorney, and his attorney...
Hold up. Hold up. Let's go back. The 5th person said that he wasn't the only one. Wait a minute, I gotta back this up, y'all. It seemed like I had got hypnotized to what they were saying. Look like I got into his mouth moving. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. He said what?
Are, and I'll put them to the attorney for you afterwards. So what does the 5th guy say? And good on you for getting an interview with him. And what are your questions?
So the 5th guy responded basically saying, because we spoke with Jordan Willis's attorney, John Paserno, on Monday. And when we spoke with him, he told us that Jordan went to sleep. So it was a different story that he said in the statement.
Hey, y'all, hold up. Now, the man just asked you about the 5th man. Now, why are you talking about Jordan? See, y'all keep trying to confuse people. Talk about the fifth man and stop trying to confuse people talking about Jordan. Here we go, y'all. That's why I got stuck the first time. Hold on.
On Saturday that he released, it was a different story that he told Ashley Banfield hours after we sat down with him, and we have it on tape. He said his client went to sleep, and so that these men were still in
his client. What he say? His client went to sleep. His clients went to sleep. What client? His client went to sleep. Jordan is a client?
his house. So when I talked to him, my first question was, well, when you left the house, were they still alive? Were you the last person?
Y'all don't hear this man. I got it, y'all, right here. It said, I had to look down here at my capture. It said, he said that his client went to sleep. Jordan is a client to the fifth man? What is that telling y'all? Okay.
I talked to him, my first question was, well, when you left the house, were they still alive? Were you the last person to see them alive? And he unequivocally said, that is not true. I was not the last person there.
Bam. The fifth person, the lawyer said his client went to sleep. Okay. See, talking to but he messing around. Okay, so listen to what he just said right here. I'm glad you right here. That's why I need ears. Woo, Chad. When I talk to the first, okay.
Said, that is not true. I was not the last person.
He said he was not the last person. How many people? Okay, this is what we gonna need to know, y'all, in this case. I see what we need to find out, y'all. I know the police thinking like us too. How many people was invited to your house, Mr. Jordan? How many people did you invite to the football game besides them three? Who all you invited to the game? Who all supposed to come? Who all say they wasn't gonna come? If the fifth person said he wasn't the last, what you laughing? The last, if the fifth person say he wasn't the last one to leave the house, it was some more people in the house. These cases, they gonna make me crazy.
To see them alive, and he unequivocally said that is not true. I was not the last person there. I spoke with his attorney, and his attorney told us, he was there until a little after midnight. And when he left, all of these men, all four men, so the three victims and Jordan Willis, they were awake.
Whoa, we got the wait a minute. Stop. That just answer our question. That just answer the question we need to hear. We asked, that's the question you and I had asked at in the middle of it. We said, what the fifth man said he wasn't the last one to leave. He said, in other words, the fifth man, who the police known as tickets with drugs and stuff, him, that one. He said that when he left, everybody was in, them three dudes was in the house, and Jordan. Either he trying to clear his name. He said he left a little bit after 12. Y'all need to find out what time the game was over with. That Kansas City Chiefs game. Y'all got to find out what time that game was over. We got to find. I got some work to do. I got to find out what time that game was, because he left after. He usually some people still stay at the football party. I would have left and went home because I had to go to work. If I ain't had to work, I would have stayed there and partied with them people. But The fifth man said he left everybody in the house. And when he left, what happened? Let's finish hearing his lies. He just lied. I don't believe it. I ain't gonna say he lied. Let me stop.
To sleep, and so that these men were still in his house. So when I talked to him, my first question was, well, when you left the house, were they still alive? Were you the last person to see them alive? And he unequivocally said, that is not true. I was not the last person there. I spoke with his attorney, and his attorney told us, he was there until a little after midnight. And when he left, all of these men, all four men, so the three victims and Jordan Willis, they were awake, they were there, and they were watching Jeopardy on TV.
Watching what? Watching Jeopardy? Jeopardy? Why isn't they at home with their kids? The game going off. Hold up, y'all know that man didn't say Jeopardy. What did he say? Drinks at the party. Weed, yeah. It was drugs, drinks and drugs. They get smoking weed and stuff. Them young boys. See, yeah. That's they 30-something, 38. They smoking and having a good time. Somebody might not say, but they drinks. Because I seen the other picture where they was hugging their friend. They had a drink in their hand in.
All of these men, all four men, so the three victims and Jordan Willis, they were awake.
What you said, did they have the bunny rabbit pockets? See, I asked that. I thought maybe girls was they went and left the house to went around some girls. Now you saying, so you make it sound like right. Girls must have been in that house. What girls in that house? Was lady what the y'all know what time that be? Something ain't right. Was it drag queens come out from bed? Bet that what happened. Let me see.
They were there and they were watching Jeopardy on TV.
Jeopardy! The last man said they were watching Jeopardy. These men need to go on to their chillings. I know they weren't sitting there watching on Jeopardy. Why they still sitting at that house watching Jeopardy, y'all? Let me rewind this thing. These folks sitting at this man's house watching Jeopardy. The game over with. Go home. That's what you do. Now, if they were sitting there watching Jeopardy, it seemed like somebody had them hostage. Oh, Lord.
And his attorney told us, he was there until a little after midnight. And when he left, all of these men, all four men, so the three victims and Jordan Willis, they were awake, they were there, and they were watching Jeopardy on TV. My questions are, Chris, at this point are simply, so at first we were told he only received messages through Facebook, okay? Well then, once we hunted down the person, number 5, this mystery man, then that changed because when we talked to him, he said, yes, through his attorney, that he texted Jordan on Tuesday because he had received text from Clayton McGeeney's fiance and Ricky Johnson's mom. So he had received text, so he inquired to Jordan asking, about the whereabouts.
And those weren't answered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why did you only got a Facebook message and then now it's, I got text messages?
Hold up, Jordan. We said, who watches? These folks something else. What that look? That all the questions that we had, we wanted to know is coming out. Cause look, he already said that we said what time did the last person leave? The last person said he left. They were still at the house, including Jordan, watching Jeopardy. Now he just said that Jordan said that he contacted Jordan said that he messaged, not Jordan. The fifth man messaged Jordan and asked the wife asked him, he was texting Jordan and asking him about the dudes. But Jordan told us he didn't receive no texts, no nothing from the family, from nobody. And just like you said, who in the devil watching some Jeopardy after the game? What you said, watching Jeffrey on the next man house. We get all the answers we were talking about earlier. This is crazy, y'all. We would we to only he said he didn't receive no messages from no one asking about them dudes. Jordan, tell the truth. Who else was in that big old house with you? If you rent that house, why did you rent all them rooms by yourself and it's just a little old you? Who else was in that house? Oh boy.
Number 5, this mystery man, then that changed because when we talked to him, he said yes through his attorney that he texted Jordan on Tuesday because he had received text from Clayton McGeeney's fiance and Ricky Johnson's mom. So he had received text, so he inquired to Jordan asking, about the whereabouts.
And those weren't answered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why you only got a Facebook message and then now it's, oh, I got text messages. And then my other question, I think it's your question, which is, okay, so did he escort them to the door? Was he asleep? And when did he see them exit? Because the first statement he says, I didn't see them exit the house. Right. And then in the same paragraph it says, oh, actually, the last time he saw them is when they exited the house.
All right, so, and I'm going to go to break, but I just want to ask you this. I'll talk to the lawyer on the other side of the break. But did the guy at number 5 give an indication of how hard they were partying and what they were doing?
No, he didn't give us any indication of that.
Hold on, let me see what he just asked him. Hold on, let me see. Getting too close. I know. Let me look. Every question we ask, everything you and I just talked about, is coming out on this video right here. It's coming out on this video. Everything we want to know. Jordan ain't telling the truth, y'all. I got a question. Who is Jordan sharing that house with? Who lives there with Jordan? It looked like a whole family lived there with him and his 2 dogs. Now let me, this man saying a lot. Hold on. This him is telling me something too.
We hunted down the person, number 5, this mystery man. Then that changed because when we talked to him, he said yes through his attorney that he texted Jordan on Tuesday because he had received text from Clayton.
Now, hold up for a minute. This the question y'all got to ask now is, how did they know? Okay, now I know, I was going to say, how did they know Jordan was the 5th man? Jordan was the 5th man because the wife knew that Jordan knew we're going to be there. See, they got to tell the truth. They got to tell the truth. So that's how they found the 5th man, because the wife had contact. But I like his family because they own it. They own it. That communication. She worrying about her husband, honey. Where are the phone? That's what I'm saying. Where they phones at? But you know what? They don't need their phone. They don't need their phone to check where they work. They don't need their phone. They got the number. Them police know what to do, honey. Hold on for a minute. Let me make this bigger. Oh, we got something else to look at too. Oh, sucker. We getting our answers.
And Ricky Johnson's mom. So he had received text, so he inquired to Jordan asking, about the whereabouts.
And those weren't answered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why you only got a Facebook message and then now it's, oh, I got text messages. And then my other question, I think it's your question, which is, okay, so did he escort them to the door? Was he asleep? And when did he see them exit? Because the first statement he says, I didn't see them exit the house. And then the same paragraph, it says, oh, actually, the last time he saw them is when they exited the house.
All right, so, and I'm going to go to break, but I just want to ask you this. I'll talk to the lawyer on the other side of the break. But did the guy number 5 give you any indication of how hard they were partying and what they were doing?
Yeah, good question.
No, he didn't give us any indication of that. And when we talked to his attorney, when I talked to Paserno, that is the question that no one seems to want to answer. What were they doing? Were there drugs involved? How much alcohol was involved? Those are just questions that at this point we haven't been able to get the answers to. But, you know, as we've done all along, if you don't tell us, guess what? We're going to go out there, we're going to find them.
That's right. Now, see, that go back to what you said, with drug and alcohol at the party. Yeah, that y'all young folk, we know y'all was smoking something. Somebody had some new stuff. Somebody had something new at that party. Somebody will experience something, honey. Let me see, right, this is a good one.
Okay,
Hold on, y'all. Now, this right here, it breaking it down. We getting the video to break this thing down now. Listen to what she's saying, then this gonna put 2 and 2 together. Okay.
since 3 Kansas City Chiefs football fans were found frozen to death in their friend's backyard, and still there are no answers about how they died. The men were missing for 2 days before anyone found them. They had spent the evening watching the football game and then were discovered days later dead in the backyard of a friend who was home the entire time. None of this makes any sense. The families of the 3 victims are distraught and livid that they still don't know what happened. The friend who hosted the party has denied any wrongdoing and has hired a lawyer. Police say there is no evidence of foul play, but frustrated family members of the victims aren't buying it. Correspondent Alex Capriello is live in Kansas City.
Okay. Let's see what he said, and we're gonna put it together.
And Alex, you talked with an eyewitness on the night who was around the area on the night the bodies were found. What did he tell you?
Yeah, potentially the one and only eyewitness on the exact night that those 3 bodies were found. He lives right across the street. His name is Ashton Brady, and he shared what he remembered from that night. Just by pure happenstance, Elizabeth, he actually was looking out of his window at the exact moment that Clayton's fiance came out from behind this fence right here behind me, called 911. And
hold up, y'all. Look. God, wish I could show that clear. They older. He looking out his window. They got so much snow out there.
Alerted the authorities. This is video that you're seeing right now that Ashton took that night. If you look closely, you can see the person who was actually renting out this home, the person behind that is at the center of so much speculation, Jordan Willis. You can see him right there, handcuffed and detained, being asked questions from the police officers who were responding to the scene. Ashton filling me in, telling me that they had him in handcuffs for quite a while before releasing him, bringing him into a patrol car, and then taking off, presumably to get more questions asked of him from the police headquarters. I had a chance to speak to Ashton more about what he saw that night. Here's what he had to say.
The police searched the house, went through the backyards, everything, and I had no idea what had happened. And the next morning, I saw the news that they found 3 dead bodies, and I just was kind of in disbelief. I was like, wow, I watched that happen.
Right, and actually we're looking at that video that you shot right there on the top left corner of your screen. So basically you're saying that's the video where you're actually looking out and you can see Jordan Willis being detained.
That's probably within the first 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, oh my goodness, something serious is going on.
And again, Jordan Willis right now denying any sort of wrongdoing. We've been trying to get in touch with both him and his lawyer. They're not speaking until more information comes out. But I'm told by other neighbors that he does not live here anymore. About a week after those bodies were found, a U-Haul truck was seen in that driveway, and he moved out promptly.
And Alex, what's taking...
Okay, now, y'all, that knocked the U-Haul out the case for me. Because I was thinking that the U-Haul was at the party. No, the U-Haul was there when Jordan was getting his stuff to leave. So I just found out something that I didn't know at first. So now I know that Jordan left in the U-Haul, okay? Jordan, so this ain't got nothing to do with it. Now I X out the U-Haul.
The toxicology tests on these 3 victims, obviously that's key. You know, looking for any drugs that they might have taken or consumed, and any fentanyl that might have killed them, alcohol, that sort of thing. Why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the big question that everyone has, not just the family members, but this whole neighborhood and community of Kansas City. They want answers. They feel like they can't get closure until they know that. The long story short really is the fact that it takes a long time for toxicology reports to come.
Take no long time. It used to didn't take long time. That's bull miss. They can still tell us what alcohol in their system. Y'all playing. Man, there's so much going on now. We don't even know why it's happening. Let me see what else we done found. Let me see something. There ain't no update. They some full of mess. This is full of it. He ain't slept through nothing. Like we done this. Man ain't slept through nothing. That man heard everything went on in his house. We don't know what kind of house he have. We don't know why is he renting the house and he worked for the HIV research place. That man right there supposed to have some money. Now there's some more people living in that house allegedly. It's some more people living in that house, y'all. Don't let them fool y'all. It was some more folks. It's some creepy stuff going on. Some creepy. I want to hear the attorney. Let me see something. They should have been at home. Everybody want to go somewhere when it snow. Let me find that attorney. I can't find him no more. I want to hear the attorney talk. Cause he talk like he was lying. The attorney speak out. Y'all, we gonna put this thing. We just found out a lot of stuff tonight now. We found out a lot of stuff tonight. Yeah, we found out a lot of stuff tonight, honey. So that now we know that what we found out tonight. Now we know that let me hold on, y'all. Let me pull this in. Now we know that for Jordan. Okay, Jordan, who is this? Wait, y'all, hold on. Let me type this in. Hold on, y'all. We done found out a lot tonight. I don't care what nobody say. We done found out a whole lot tonight. Him. I want to know what he got to say. Because he ain't telling the truth. I know he ain't going to tell the truth because that's he getting paid to lie. Now, he look different right here, y'all. And then he look so cleaned up now. Hey, somebody. That's a clean head man right there. That man right there. Like young girls.
So, if all of that is true, there is still a question. This has to be about drugs. If it, or, booze, drugs, whatever it is. Because if they're not shot and they're not stabbed,
Thank you.
they're all dead, it just strains common sense to believe they could have wound up in this predicament if it wasn't done to them without drugs. It is the elephant in the room. What is the position of your client?
And as I told you last night, Chris, I'm not in a position to comment on that at this time for a variety of reasons, not just on behalf of Jordan. And when and if the toxicology report comes out and when we get it, I'd certainly be happy to comment on it at that time. I'm not going to speculate about the activity, the behavior of other people who were not in the presence of my client at some point in time that evening or early morning hours.
And look, we both understand the dilemma, okay? If the tox comes out and they had whatever it is in it that makes it a more understandable situation, he's now going to be chasing his responsibility as opposed to being in front of it and owning what happened that night. And one of those is a much more satisfying thing in terms of credibility. You're aware that that is the dilemma here.
No, I don't see it that way. And, he has an attorney and I'm representing his best interest.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you what this man talked. I believe the folks who own that house Them dealers that, hey y'all, are those dealers that run that house? He rent the house out. Who are these people he rent the property out? Why did he had to get rid of the dogs? Because the dog was going to do what? Bark. Right? He got smart dogs. He didn't want his dogs to get hurt. He like me, he love his dog. But the dog, he got how many bedrooms do he have? Why he got all them bedrooms? Why that house so big? I mean, who he rent the house from? Why he leave? Why would he just up and leave if he wasn't guilty about nothing? Why? If you ain't did nothing, why you leaving? Don't you want to know what happened to the people? And why you come to the door with a glass of wine in your hand? But you're supposed to be asleep with the fan on, with the mud thing, the buds in your ear. This man is something ain't right.
And he did nothing wrong, and that's what we're saying, that's what we're maintaining, and that's what we're going to say, no matter what comes back in that autopsy.
He said, whoa, hold up. Did you hear what he said? We're gonna continue saying what we saying, whether or not the autopsy came back and say this and say that. We're gonna stick to what we say we're gonna stick to. Who is this lawyer? How long have he had this lawyer? Is this a family lawyer? Or who is he? How he get a lawyer overnight? Jordan knows some people. Jordan got some pull. Have this ever happened before? Is he married? Is he divorced? Do he have a friend? Do he have a male friend? Do he have a female friend? Who was jealous? What happened? Who did what? Who eyeballed somebody and looked at him? I mean, it's a lot that we need to know.
An attorney, and I'm representing his best interest, and he did nothing wrong, and that's what we're saying, that's what we're maintaining, and that's what we're going to say, no matter what comes back in that autopsy report.
Right. Something's going to come back. And I will give you.
He said he didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, let me ask you something. Why your clients move if he ain't do nothing wrong? What? Okay, let me tell y'all something. When he packed that U-Haul up, how many other rooms? How much was in there? Why he leave? Why did he leave? He left because they was going to be knocking on his door, bothering him. Do he really work for the HIV research? Whatever he do on the computer? If he did, what did he try? What did he use? What happened? Why folks it is not feeling sorry? Why do people like the attorney and the men? That was men's dad froze to death out there in the snow. They should have stayed at home and looked at this gang here.
A platform at that time, and we'll discuss it because things just never don't make sense. Eventually, it will make sense, and responsibility will lie where it does, and we'll take it to its logical conclusion. John Paserno, thank you very much for being with us again. Yes.
I would like to address those the phone calls and the text messages if I could, since the reporter left that hanging out there.
Go ahead, because the initial suggestion was he only got a Facebook message and nobody was really trying to get him. Malik says that's not true because the fifth friend says that he was getting messages and he was trying to find him and he wasn't getting his messages.
Thank you, baby. Good night.
So I have sent your staff the records, his phone records, which I acquired this afternoon, and also the text message records. And during that period of time, the phone calls that came in on the early morning hour after the game on the 7th, and the early morning hours of the 8th, all the way to the 8th, and then all the way to the 9th when the police came, the only calls that came in were one from his dad, which we recognize the number, and you have the actual numbers. And then the other calls, there were 8 of them that came in from what is a dummy number. He has a robo-killer app on his phone. And so when hold on.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Come on, attorney. He got 8 calls and a robot. What did he say? Let me take this back. This thing getting deeper and deeper. He said who was on the phone? His dad called it, and I'm trying. Hold on, y'all. On the cast that came in were the one from his. He said the cast that came in, the calls that came in. Hold on, let me add this back. I'm sorry, y'all.
On the 7th, in the early morning hours of the 8th, all the way to the 8th, and then all the way to the 9th when the police came. The only calls that came in were one from his dad, which we recognize the number. You have the actual numbers. And then the other calls, there were 8 of them that came in from what is a dummy number. He has a robo-killer app on his phone. And so when calls come in that are unrecognized or for whatever reason, they read as this dummy number. I've dialed this dummy number.
What? Why he got a phone like that? Then I told y'all, prankster, trickster. He got a dummy phone. His phone is. So what happened when he spoke to the 5th man? The phone wasn't acting like that. Hold on, man. I'm last time rewind this, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all long, but I'm trying. Let me just do this one right here real quick. Hold on, y'all. I got to.
And then the other calls, there were 8 of them that came in from what is a dummy number. He has a robo-killer app on his phone.
Dummy number. So when them people, real people were calling him, he didn't see the sister, he didn't see the wife number. He didn't see the 5th man number. He said that nobody called. Now you saying the dummies called him. His daddy number didn't turn into a dummy call. Let me see what's going on, y'all. Let me see.
And so when calls come in that are unrecognized or for whatever reason, they read as this dummy number.
Oh, so if he get calls, okay, I got him now. If he get calls, so he got his phone like that. So if anybody call him, his phone don't recognize they dummy calls. Okay. But only people phone number that he has that he should recognize they call is the people who was at his house. So if the wife called him, if one of the victim wife called, then they wouldn't have known that it would have came out as a dummy call because it don't recognize their number. So can you go back, your attorney, and see what time did that dummy call came in? Because I know that the wife know. I know the 5th man know when he called. So the wife, man, I'm telling you.
This dummy number myself, it's a non-existent number. You get a message saying whatever. It's a dummy number.
So your number a dummy number.
All zeros.
So your number is a dummy number. What you say? Your number a dummy? How your number gonna be a dummy number? Let me see, y'all.
And so when calls come in that are unrecognized or for whatever reason, they read as this dummy number. I've dialed this dummy number myself. It's a non-existent number. You get a message.
So you dialed the dummy number yourself. Ain't no dummies calling him. The people. Why are y'all wait a minute. Okay, y'all.
Saying whatever. It's a dummy number. And then the only other call that came in was all zeros, a call that he blocked again from a robocop.
What about text?
Text message?
Yeah.
Robocop. Yeah. As far as the text messages go, what you have, there are a series of incoming text messages. That's all we have. There are no outgoing text messages. So the corollary to that, what goes along with what makes sense to that is when you and I get a text message, typically we're going to respond. If somebody texts you and says, hey, these 3 guys are missing, and then your friend, you're going to respond. If Alex had said,
hold up, man. That man know a lot of people. He know them folks. Okay, so you gonna tell me they didn't call him and say, man, we on our way. They number should be on that phone. Man, we're around the corner. Hey man, open the door. He got to have their number in his phone. Their number are not dummy numbers. That's their friend. Their number should come out being dummy numbers. So in his phone, it should have been where them boys when they were knocking on the door. They said they probably, if they was outside, stuck outside, they would say, let me call Jordan. Jordan ain't even answer the phone, man. Come on now. You making up excuses for Jordan, because that's your client.
if someone had said to him, the text message came in, why don't you respond? You would respond to your friend, right? That's what you would do.
Maybe.
The reporter wanted to twist my words when I said he didn't receive any messages. But and technically, I'm right. His phone received the messages. If you don't look at it, you did not receive the messages. I guess I should have said he didn't read the messages.
Nah, that's bull mess. That's bull mess. You talking bull mess. You looking out for your client. Y'all have a good night. He looking out for his clients. Okay, I appreciate y'all tonight. We ain't done with these people right here. We are not done with you, because all that mess you saying. I know if them boys were stuck outside and Jordan didn't come to that phone, they gonna have common sense and dial Jordan number from 3 different phones. Now, what happened to them boys? All right, y'all, I'm out of here.